Hey, I'm Raina.
And I'm Drew.
And this is Instant Movie Reviews with Raina and
Drew. I'm Drew.
Just in case you weren't sure who was who. We are really excited. It's been a little bit since we've done a review. We did see something recently before today. What did we see?
We saw Jurassic World Rebirth. Didn't do a review for it. We were pressed for time, but I would say that we were both pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I think this is kind of like what we did with Thunderbolts. We're giving you a mini review. We went to see that. I went in with zero expectations. I don't care what the critics are saying. They're wrong because audiences are loving it. And it was genuinely so thrilling and fun. Really fun. Did you have any favorite parts of it?
So my favorite part was the Mosasaurus, the water sequence.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
And I really liked the sequence that they showed in the trailer of the T-Rex going after the boat.
Oh, I also really loved the sort of brachiosaur creatures. I think they were called the titanosaurs, and like just a very beautiful, wholesome scene with them as well.
I really liked that too.
Yeah.
So we definitely both enjoyed it. Again, do not care what the critics say, because if you see any bad reviews of it and you go into the comments, it's all people who actually saw the movie being like, it was fun. We love dinosaurs. Leave us alone.
Yeah. People actually like burst into applause at the end of our screening, which I don't remember the last time I saw that happen.
Yeah. And we were sitting in front of the motion chairs and somebody's motion chair was really strong. And right at a scary part with the mosasaur, the chairs must have moved, but it made my chair move and I wasn't expecting it. And I practically jumped out of my seat. I thought somebody kicked me in the back. But yeah, it was fun. And the sound mixing was really good too, eh?
Well, it was the high-tech theater in that particular complex. So.
Yeah. So that was just so much fun. So today we're also seeing something early, but by the time I get the video edited, it's probably going to be caught up with everyone else. What are we seeing today?
We are seeing James Gunn's Superman, which is the first installment of the new rebooted DC universe.
Yeah. You're very excited for this.
I am. It's not that I'm a huge fan of the Superman character, like I'm a comic book geek, surprise. But I was more of a Batman, Spider-Man kind of fan growing up. I've never read the Superman comics. I know him mainly from like when he shows up in Justice League and that sort of thing, but this is just getting such good reviews so far, and they're just saying it's like a return to like the feel good, like entertaining. It's not like Zack Snyder's Superman. There's apparently like no darkness. It's not gritty. That's kind of what I need at this particular moment in time.
Yeah, life is gritty enough. I think we need something that's going to give us some hope. And I feel like James Gunn is aiming to deliver that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of indifferent on Superman. Some of the franchise I do really like. For instance, there's this animated one that I recently saw that actually stars the guy from Novocaine. He does the voice.
Oh, is that My Friend Superman?
Yeah, so it's really wholesome, and I really like it. I grew up watching Smallville, and I did really like Smallville, yet I didn't watch any of the new Superman shows. And I did way back in the 90s, like the Lois and Clark show, and it's just too bad that the guy who plays Superman, Dean Cain, turned out to be such a
insane
weirdo. Weirdo for sure.
Not that Terry Hatcher is supposed to be all that nice behind the scenes either. So.
Well, at least when she played a villain in Coraline, she did good. Yeah. I loved that. But yeah, I'm kind of indifferent to this. I'm in like a weird mood lately. I'm feeling like Drew, like life is kind of lifing and all the crazy bad stuff gets to me. So I would not be down for like a depressing movie right now. I need something uplifting. I don't know if Superman's going to do it for me, but I'm open and we'll see what we think. Trailer looks good. Did you watch the trailer this time?
I watched at least one of the trailers, and I like that they used the old John Williams Superman theme music. But this isn't a continuation of the Christopher Reeve films. I'm pretty sure this is like clean slate. Zack Snyder films didn't happen. Christopher Reeve films didn't happen in this universe. It's literally like the first time we're seeing this version of Superman.
Yeah, so when I first saw it, when they put the teaser poster out where he's like putting his boot on and there's like something apocalyptic happening outside the window, I had a really hard time buying that the guy was supposed to be in his 20s. And I found like, geez, he looks so old. But then when the trailer came out, I was like, oh no, he's definitely in his 20s.
Yeah.
And one of the scenes I saw, he even came across a little bratty to me. And I don't know if that was intentional or if I was just misinterpreting it. So I don't know, like I feel weird. James Gunn, I do really like all of his stuff. but I don't want this to be too funny. Like, I don't want it to go Guardians of the Galaxy on us. Like,
I don't think it's going to. And again, there's other superheroes in this. So like Mr. Terrific and Hawkgirl and some other like established superheroes are in this. So I don't think it's going to be solely focused on him.
Yeah, but it is tying into Peacemaker.
Yeah.
And I did really like Peacemaker, but Peacemaker is like a big time comedy. And there's characters crossing over from that, and it's setting up the next season of Peacemaker. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, guys. I'm feeling kind of meh about it, but I'm gonna go see it with Drew, and maybe I'll be totally impressed when I come out. Who knows? We just need something light.
Yeah.
I remember there was a string of Marvel movies, and remember it was just like depressing ending, and I think
what was it? It was like Thor: Love and Thunder and Guardians of the Galaxy
and Spider-Man, and like, and we came out and I was like, man, this is so depressing. Just want something nice. So what are you looking forward to the most with this? Like, I'm really kind of excited to see the dog.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Krypto as well. I've already mentioned them, but like Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl, these superheroes that we haven't seen outside of the cartoons, I'm quite excited about, particularly Mr. Terrific. He's a very interesting tech-based superhero. He's like not, like, he doesn't have any superpowers. He's just like hyper intelligent and a like really good inventor, and it'll be interesting to see this character finally brought to life on the big screen for the first time.
A lot of early buzz about Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor too, which I wasn't buying at first, but now he's getting so much praise that I'm kind of like, well, maybe, because I feel like we haven't really gotten a good Lex Luthor either. Like, Kevin Spacey turned out to be a real villain, so that was a little too close to home, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to go catch it. It looks like it's a bit crazy in there. We're sadly not seeing it in IMAX. Couldn't quite snag tickets without having to sit in, like, the
the IMAX screening is almost completely sold out, so we're settling for a Screen X performance.
Screen X, yeah. And I did see a guy come out of the theater from the earlier thing, and he was decked out in Superman gear, and he had bought some kind of... it looked like the Daily Planet, and maybe it was like a popcorn thing. I don't know.
Are people dressing up for this? Is this going to be like a Barbie Oppenheimer kind of thing?
I have seen people come out at least with t-shirts.
Okay. Well,
so
we're not dressed up for it, but...
We'll dress up for Silent Hill, and we'll be the only ones that get the reference. All right, we'll see you at the movies.
We'll see you in a few minutes.
I really liked it. It was so good. It was so good that I'm like a little emotional over how good it was.
Yeah, that's quite a 180 from your mood before we went in.
Yeah, I have to admit, Drew, I was not in a great mood, and I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it based on the trailers, but I was like, I know, I like to see movies with Drew. I'll have fun anyway. It's just another superhero movie, and how many times are we going to see Superman be done? And I take it all back.
The truth is I've never actually seen any of the dedicated Superman movies before. At least that I can remember. Maybe I saw the Christopher Reeve one when I was younger and I just don't remember it. But again, it's not a character that's ever really overly appealed to me. But this movie just like... My problem with Superman is he always felt so overpowered that nothing could ever really be a threat against him, and this movie does a good job of presenting him with actual threats.
He actually seems human.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot about him that seems human. I mentioned in the intro that I really liked the animated version, My Friend Superman or whatever, and like that, it captured what that was for me. Like, it was very wholesome, very, very wholesome and charming.
Yeah.
And I don't just mean Superman was charming. I mean, the whole thing was charming.
Yeah. So, I mean, when they said that this was like a light, like feel good version of Superman, they were not lying. Like, there wasn't anything like heavy or dark or sad. Like, remember how like the Thunderbolts movie just like, well, it was really good, but it was also quite emotionally devastating at times. This is just entertaining and feel good with a nice message. And I really, really liked what they did with the characters.
Without making it fluffy and without taking away from the character. It doesn't undermine the character. It doesn't water him down. Like, he's just genuinely good. You know, like they always kind of make fun of him in the cartoons and in the comics and stuff for just being the stand-up kind of guy.
Well, they call him like the Boy Scout, I think.
The Boy Scout. He's such a Boy Scout in this, but it's perfect. It's perfect.
And I also really enjoyed Lois in this. Rachel Brosnahan, I think is how you
Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Yes, I've actually never seen that, but she was great in this, and Lois gets a lot to do. She's not just a damsel in distress like she has been in some of the past ones. They use the other Daily Planet colleagues of hers really well. The guy who plays Jimmy Olsen was in Santa Clarita Diet, a show that we loved and was canceled way too soon.
I said to Drew that one of the things James Gunn does really well with every movie he does is everybody feels like a main character. Even the side characters, even the lackeys, like everyone ends up with a name. Everyone has, I'm sure that even people that we only see a couple sentences on screen, he probably gives them a backstory because they feel very legitimate. Like, and it was the same way with all this. Like all Lex's lackeys felt really interesting. All the background people at the Daily Planet felt interesting. Even just like the casualties out there in the field whenever there's like a monster attacking that Superman's trying to save all these passerbys and bystanders and stuff. Like, they all were very interesting, you know? I saw that a couple of, like, extras got lines, and I was like, good for you.
Yeah. The thing that's interesting, too, is in this movie, like, as I mentioned in the intro, Mr. Terrific is in this. Hawkgirl is in this.
She was great.
Guy Gardner Green Lantern is in this.
And he was hilarious. I didn't even think I would like him, and he was so funny.
What I found interesting about that is the last time we've seen the Green Lantern in any kind of movie was in Ryan Reynolds' very poorly received Hal Jordan Green Lantern movie many years ago. So it's like, I think it was quite bold of them actually to introduce the most ridiculous of the Green Lanterns, like the comic relief Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, as the first time we'll see anything Green Lantern related since that movie Face Planted.
And there's some other characters in there that we can't say because it'll spoil it. They're not necessarily surprised, but they're not mentioned in the trailer at all. So like, I don't want to like put it all in there, but they're really good. And then just, it's funny, like, I do find that some things mirror Marvel a bit. Like, Drew and I really liked Madison, who was a side character, who was in the Marvel Universe. She-Hulk, and then she was, like, what did she call him? Wongers, yeah. So I found, like, they had their Madison. And, like, they said, I feel like he went, oh, that worked. I'm going to put in a character like that.
And the thing about that character is I feel like that's definitely not the last time we're going to see her.
No, not at all. So. She feels like, yeah, she was funny. The filming technique was really cool. I love that when Superman is flying, you're actually seeing this distorted view of him where his face looks really big. At first, it's kind of funny, but then as you watch it, it feels more like a comic because he's all foreshortened. And that is how he should look. So, like, I don't, like, now that I've seen it like that, I don't like old stuff where they're shown perfectly flying and they look very one-dimensional. Like, this looks very cool.
The other thing that I'll mention, and I don't think this is a spoiler, so I'm going to say it. If we change our mind and we decide to cut this out of the video later, we can. But this movie finally gives an explanation of why don't people recognize that Clark Kent is just Superman with glasses on. They actually give an explanation as to how that makes any kind of sense, and I really appreciated that.
Yeah, that is really funny, but I wasn't sure if they were being serious or being funny.
Like, no, I'm pretty sure that was a serious explanation.
Once you watch it, guys, tell us what you think. Do you think the reasoning behind why they can't tell he's Clark, did you think it was a joke or did you think it was serious? Because I couldn't tell for sure. I thought they were being funny, but it is a reason. It is still a reason.
What did you think of Lex Luthor in this?
Okay, so like he was a cartoon supervillain. Yeah. Like he was a cartoon supervillain. He was very intense, monologues. Like he didn't necessarily stand out in terms of all the Lex Luthors there's been for me. Like I feel like definitely David was the standout for this. Like being Superman for sure. Like he definitely stood out for me. But I could see Nicholas Hoult continuing as Lex. Like he did do a very good job. I wasn't super afraid of him, but he kind of came off like a bit of a parody of like some people in real life right now. I kind of got some Elon Musk vibes from him, who I call elongated muskrat because that's what he looks like. Better not share this on X.
Yeah.
Nobody calls it X.
But I will say one small criticism I'll have of this is that, putting Lex aside, the couple of villains that are in this didn't really stand out to me all that much. One of them had some pretty cool powers, but they didn't do all that much with her. And I just feel like all of the other characters were so well defined. I loved the other superheroes that were in this. I will say that I did find the villains just a little bit weak and a little bit forgettable.
Yeah, I could see that too, because I can't even remember what her name was now that we're saying
engineer.
it. The engineer, right. So she reminded me of Mystique a little bit. The way that they did her animation, like her CGI, reminded me of Mystique a little bit.
I liked her power set. I just wish they had done a little bit more to establish her.
Yeah, and then when she's done in the film, like, she's done. And I was like, oh, we don't get any more about her? Like, what happened? Like, I wouldn't know.
Well, it is the start of a brand new shared universe. I'm sure we will see that character again. I mean, they're adding the engineer as a playable character in Fortnite, so they wouldn't do that for a character that's just sort of a nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it does kind of feel like maybe they cut some scenes with her or something. I'm sure
I can see that.
It's an over 2-hour movie, so like I'm sure there's some cut scenes. We will tell you there are 2 post-credit scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one mid-credit, one end credit, and they're both great. So you're not going to, like, they don't set anything up. They're just fun, but there's
Samuel L. Jackson doesn't walk in and say, we need to get the Avengers together.
yeah. There's no, like, let's form the Justice League of America or anything like that. But I want to say that, like, Superman's a character I've always been kind of meh on.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this captured all the good parts of the content that I did love about Superman. And I feel that anybody could walk into this, someone who doesn't even enjoy hero movies or comics or anything. You can be meh on Superman and come out and you're going to want to buy a t-shirt with S on it. Like, it was very inspiring. It was very wholesome, very charming. The perfect amount of humor. I was nervous at the beginning because the beginning I'd said in the intro, I'm worried about the amount of humor and I don't want it to, like, take away from it or whatever. And in the beginning I was like, oh yeah, there's a lot of humor here. There's a lot of humor going on. But it was actually fine. Loved the dog. Loved Krypto.
Krypto was great.
Every dog owner is going to relate to this. If you've ever had a dog in your life, James Gunn mentioned that it was based on his actual dog that he got during COVID and how the dog was ridiculous. And yeah, completely.
And as we do, we like to put trigger warnings for things that we know people are sensitive about. Again, I'm not going to spoil anything specifically, but Krypto doesn't get, like, injured in this movie.
Yeah, he doesn't unalive or anything.
Yeah. So if you're worried about Krypto, he's involved in some of the action scenes, but he's not.
Yeah, you'll get worried about him as you're watching him, but we're just going to tell you right now, you don't have to, like, I guess there maybe you could maybe give the trigger warning that there's suggested animal violence because he's acting like a superhero fighting people.
But he is a superhero, so he bounces right back from it.
Yeah, and they use him very perfectly.
Yeah.
He's going to be a standout for this too. I think we're going to see a lot of Krypto merchandise.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of merchandise, there was so much. I showed it in the little in between here that I always do, my little time lapse before we go and actually see the movie. And usually we don't see people buy this stuff at the theater. We're seeing them walk out of it right now. Like, before Drew picked me up, I saw people walk out and we saw more people, and there's, like, this Daily Planet. I don't know if it's a piggy bank or what it is, but, like, everybody's buying it.
Or was it a popcorn tub?
No, I'm pretty sure that the square one, I'm pretty sure that was a piggy bank.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like the Snow White merch that sits unsold on the shelf.
Still there.
I feel bad for Rachel Zegler. I really do.
Oh, she's redeeming herself with the Evita thing. So she's
good.
doing great. I'm seeing a lot of good stuff about her. But
I will also say that the music was great. They used the old classic John Williams Superman theme a couple of times in, like, slightly reworked forms, and every single time I'm like, that's so effective. I haven't even seen those movies and I love that theme.
got goosebumps. I got goosebumps from the music. And then also James Gunn's band that he puts in everything. I can't think of what the name is off the top of my head, but the fake punk rock band that's in, like, tons of his IP is in this, and we actually get a song, like an end credit song,
and it's good.
It's good. It's a good. I mean, Lois doesn't think so, but, like, I thought so. I thought it was good. It was good. I feel like this is a movie people need right now.
Yeah.
Very uplifting, and I do wonder how the American audience is going to digest it, you know?
Well, I just can't, like, again, coming into this, I know that it was making certain segments of the internet very mad right now, and I'm walking out of that being like, how could you be mad at that movie?
He has a really good speech that I hope just goes viral once this movie goes out. I hope it goes viral, and I hope it becomes like an anthem. I could see this movie really inspiring people the kind of same way V for Vendetta did when it first came out and it went viral and people started buying the masks, and then Anonymous kind of co-opted those masks.
Yeah.
But like it is still this symbol of sort of justifiable anarchy. Like that's what V for Vendetta is. I hope Superman has a similar impact on people. I hope people are inspired by it and the character, and everybody gets into his message and his feeling. Also there was some actors in the very beginning that I wasn't expecting to be in there at all.
That wasn't telegraphed that those were going to be in this.
I cannot spoil it, but by the time you see this, I'm sure it'll be out there. But there were a few actors that I was like, oh my God, is this person actually in this? Man, you're in everything. But then again, I thought about it and I was like, James Gunn. So he does, you know, and of course, James Gunn's brother makes an appearance. I won't tell you what character. You watch for him. He's like, Where's Waldo at this point in every James Gunn.
And a very important character too.
Yeah, I know. But he literally does this in every James Gunn thing. So they're spinning off into Peacemaker. So we do get like a little Peacemaker moment.
We do get a tiny little bit of Peacemaker, which was fun.
And he's funny.
Got a big reaction from our audience when he showed up.
I mean, it's funny. If you haven't seen the show yet, the Peacemaker show, even if you're not a fan of that actor, John Cena, like I could care less about that guy. The show is hysterical. The whole cast is great, and he's great as the character. Like he is really good.
Yeah.
Weird. It's such a weird character for a spinoff when you think about it, based on all those other movies. But like it just works. It's really funny. So Drew, how are you rating this?
Oh God, it's so hard for me to rate this. It's so close to perfect. It's so close. But again, I think I just have to bump it down to a 9. Just because, again, I found the villains a little bit weak. I wish they'd done a little bit more with Hawkgirl. I thought out of all of the other superheroes in this, she didn't get as much to do.
Does she scream like a banshee in any other version of this? Because she's like doing like a call, like, and it made me think of Black Canary.
I think Hawkman and Hawkgirl are supposed to be like very feral in the way that they fight.
Okay.
But again, I'm not an expert on that character, even from the comics, so I could be wrong. But I mean, it's an interesting flavor they gave to her. But I wish they had done a little bit more with her. But everything else was great. Great cast, great acting. Could have used slightly better villains, but it's so close to perfect. I'm giving it a 9. And what about you?
So I'm giving it a 9.5. So I do agree. Like it could have been a little bit stronger with the villains. But I actually thought they were very good for what we got. So I feel like they just needed a little more rounding out, because we did get sort of either backstories or alluding to backstories about everybody. Like even Lois, like you come into it and you already know who she is. You're not meeting her or anything like that. And even she drops little bits about her stories. And you know, the engineer has, I think maybe one line about her background, and she's like, I gave up my humanity just to fight this or something. And like, that's all you get. And I'm like, girl, why were you inspired to do that? Like, I want to know, like, did some superhero like mess you up? Like, what is the motivation here? So I would have liked a little bit more too. However, I feel like because this movie swung me so far, it really did. Like I went in kind of predisposed to be meh, and it just took me and flipped me, and I'm like a believer.
Yeah.
I feel that's worth an extra half point. So like 9.5 for me. I said to Drew in the theater as soon as it ended, like, I feel like this is going to be one of my top movies of all time. Yeah. Like, it just had an impact on me.
It's definitely going to be in my top 10 for this year. I know that for sure. Yeah.
It inspired me the way that, like, Sailor Moon inspired me growing up.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I loved Sailor Moon because she was just pure good. And she was always, even the bad guys, she was trying to give them another chance.
Yeah, I'm also a fan. I got this little Sailor Neptune fridge magnet as a gift from Raina's son, which is nice. But yeah, no, again, that movie was so great. I hope it does well. Our screening was really well attended.
And the IMAX has been sold out all day.
IMAX has been sold out, yeah.
And this is early screenings, and they're full, right?
When's the last time we went to a Thursday preview screening and it was that full?
That full? We didn't even get to see Thunderbolts that early.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a while. It was probably like a Marvel film or something that we saw that early, like another time. But
was it Captain America? Oh, that wasn't a great movie.
No, we didn't even see that early, I don't think.
We didn't. No, you're right. You're right. No. Anyway, but yeah, it was well attended. I have a feeling the box office is going to be huge.
I forgot we saw Captain America. Even Thunderbolts, like, I really enjoyed it, and it was depressing, and like, it's been a depressing year, hasn't it, world? Like, this is the movie we need. This is the movie we need to pick us all up and get people motivated and inspired, and It was just really beautiful. And he's really cute. Like, but in like, how did you put it?
He's a very boyish. kind of Superman, which I appreciated. And again, like the only thing I've seen this guy in is he played the projectionist in the horror movie Pearl.
And he was so creepy in that. Yeah. I completely forget it's the same person now. Like this guy's won me over. And you know what? I said to Drew too when we finished watching it, Henry Cavill. I love Henry Cavill as an actor. I loved him in The Witcher and stuff like that. But I actually really love Henry Cavill as a person. He's a very charming, wholesome person. He's very geeky. You know, he recently became a dad. And I feel like the way that this Superman is portrayed in this new film is how Henry Cavill is in real life. Yeah. Like, I feel like that's Henry Cavill, you know, Pedro Pascal, Keanu Reeves, like they all have this kind of like just goodness about them.
Yeah.
And that's what this Superman version has kind of captured is like, it's non-toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And oh my God, wouldn't it be wild if they cast Mia Goth to be a villain who faces off against Superman in the future? See Mia Goth versus David Corenswet again.
That'd be really fun. She could be Poison Ivy or something.
Yeah. So yeah, this is not just another superhero movie. This is a very successful launch of a new shared universe. We're already like butts in seats for Supergirl, Brave and the Bold. They're making a Clayface movie of all things. Like, I just feel like if they can match the quality of this, then DC finally is going to be on top and actually might beat Marvel going forward.
Yeah, here's my fear. The first Wonder Woman was brilliant. It was one of my favorite, I mean, it is still one of my favorite movies of all time, but the second one was so bad that it actually takes away from the first and it takes away the impact it had.
Like, I still love the first one.
Oh no, I loved it. I loved it. And like, I teared up watching that movie. That was like a moment watching that movie, but it's just like that sequel was just so bad and really seemed to undermine the character. So I'm hoping that they don't drop the ball. They let James Gunn do what he does best because he consistently hits things out of the park, you know?
I mean, he made the Guardians of the Galaxy household names.
Yeah.
Like, he took Rocket Raccoon and Star-Lord and made them popular characters. And
Groot. Groot became like one of the biggest things ever in the past 10 years.
A character that can only say, I am Groot.
Drax, yeah. I'll do you one better. Why, Gamora?
So they chose the right guy, and what makes me excited too is, as a comic book geek, I'm sure that James Gunn is going to take obscure comic book characters from the DC universe that I love and make them huge. Like, he could make Clayface a big deal.
Well, I didn't know anything about Mr. Terrific,
Mr. Terrific. I love Mr. Terrific. I didn't even know that
guy was a character. Like, I am familiar with DC stuff. I just didn't even know he was a character.
I've loved Mr. Terrific for years, and they gave him so much to do in this movie. I loved it.
He was great. He was great. But anyway, this has gone on because by the time I edit, it's going to be a half-hour video.
Yeah.
You know, Jurassic Park, fun. Go see it. Superman.
Amazing.
You need it. You need it in your life right now. You need it in your life. It's going to make you feel good. Even if you're meh on the character, just go see it. Gonna be happy you did. We've got some more movies coming up we're trying to see and cram in, and summer.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Fantastic Four. I'm really looking for. I mean, I love Marvel, but I don't know if they're gonna hold up to this. I don't know.
Well, it's got stiff competition now. I want to see I Know What You Did Last Summer, because that was my very first horror movie. I'm excited, even if it ends up being schlock. I'll just be sitting there being like, "It's I Know What You Did Last Summer."
Yeah. Yeah, and hopefully we can get some more in. It's just, you know, it's summer and it's a bit of a busy schedule for me, and it's a lot to try to get editing and everything. But I've got I'm doing some more workshops with YouTube. I didn't even tell you this. I got invited to some more workshops, and I'll tell you off camera one of them because I can't say it on camera yet.
Ooh, secret.
Yeah. And with that, I've got more swag coming and stuff that we can use. So I'm excited, and maybe we'll get some more movie invites. I don't know. They kind of trickled up for a bit there, so hopefully we'll get some more. But you have seen our new logo. We'll have to do a filler video at some point where we talk about
who we are,
where
we came from.
Give a little channel intro. But what can they do for us now, Drew?
They can like, they can share, they can subscribe, they can comment, they can do all kinds of things. We're still trying to build this channel up, and anything that our audience can do to help us out with that would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
Even if you're just watching it.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Our Life of Chuck video did way better than we expected.
I can't believe we crossed 100 views on the Life of Chuck video. I thought we would get like 15 views, and it would just be like my mom and us.
I love your mom. She's our biggest fan. She's so great. And like, she's so encouraging of me too, like just on my Facebook, and I'm just like, yeah, thanks. Like that picks up my day. God love moms. I'm gonna be the exact same way with my kid. Like exactly the same. All right, guys. We appreciate you, and we'll see you at the movies.
See you at the movie.